Today we're doing lesson 2.7, equivalent fractions. So on the math warm-up on page 69, it says decide if each statement is true or false. The first statement says 4/8 is equal to 7/8. So since they both have the denominator of 8, that means they're the same size parts. So is 4 of these the same size as 7 of these?
Yes.
No.
No.
So that statement would be false because it's got an equal sign, and we know that 4 pieces of pizza is not the same as 7 pieces of pizza. So that would be false. And what strategy have I taught you that would allow you to check? Jackson? Cross multiplying. So, if we go 8 times 7, what's that equal? Shout it out.
56.
56. And 8 times 4?
32.
32. Since those numbers are not equal, 4/8 is not equal to 7/8. So that's another way that you can check. Okay, next we have 3/4 and 6/8. You can draw a model as well. Okay, so that's not what we're doing right now. We're not, no. Okay, one eraser is all you need. Okay, 3/4, 6/8. You can also draw a model. So if I draw a model that's got 4 sections, and 3 of those 4 sections are shaded, and I want to make that into 8 size parts, that means all of them need to be split in half, right? So now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 parts, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 are shaded. So 6/8. So on our model, it looks like it works. What's 4 times 6?
12. 24.
24.
That's what I meant.
8 times 3?
24.
So those two things are equal, so that is a true statement. Next, they have the same numerator, but different denominators. The denominators tells us how big the parts are. So we have 6 size pieces and 8 size pieces. So 2 6 and 2 8s. Are they going to be the same size?
No.
No. So we don't even have to decide now which is bigger. We just have to decide if they're the same. They are not, so this is false because they've got an equal sign there. And of course you can check through cross multiplying. 6 times 2 is
12.
8 times 2, 16. Not equal, so not equal. Last one, 6/3 and 4/2. Fractions are division problems because think about for a second, you got a whole pizza, and when you cut it, you're dividing that into smaller pieces, right? Have you guys noticed that there is not a division symbol on a keyboard? Like on your Chromebook, if you're trying to push the divide button, it's not there. Because for division problems, what we use is the fraction line. So when you see 6/3 and 4/2, what does 6 divided by 3 equal? Jackson?
6 divided by
Ari?
2.
2. And what is 4 divided by 2. Zerelda?
2.
2. Is 2 equal to 2?
Yes.
Alright, so those are the same. 6/3 and 4/2. Another way you can look at it is these orange ones are my third size parts. 1, 2, 3 makes a hole. 4, 5, 6 gives you 2 holes. On halves, 1, 2 gives you a hole. 3, 4 gives you 2 holes. Okay? So, and of course we can cross multiply. 3 times 4 is 12. 2 times 6 is 12. So this one is a true statement. So we have false, true. Make sure you've got that written down and then look at the, turn to the next page. You spelled it once already today. Okay. So, I'm going to pull sticks for you to tell me what fraction is shaded. Okay. What fraction is shaded on A? Well, first let's talk about the instructions. It says each entire diagram represents one whole. Write 2 or more fractions that the shaded part of each diagram represents. Be prepared to explain your reasoning. Ari, what's shaded on the first one? 2 8s. So what I want you to do now is write 2 8s right here next to A. But the directions say write 2 or more fractions. So we need a fraction that equals 2 8s, but isn't 2 8s. So we can do something like splitting them all smaller. And so if we do that, if we split them all in half, just like this, so Zerelda, get this done. How many parts do we have now? Avis?
4 16ths.
We have 16 parts, and yes, 4 shaded. 4 16ths. Is that equivalent to 2 8s?
Yes.
Yes, because I keep putting down my thing. I'm all over the place today. All right. 8 times 4 is 32, and 16 times 2 is 32. So that is one way we can do it. So make sure that on your paper, you have written down what I've written down. That's not what I've written down. Okay, so you've split all of the sections in half, and you've written 2 8s and 4 16ths. Okay, next fraction. Tell me what's shaded on that one, Fisher.
4 6.
Look at it again. On B?
2 6.
2 6, yes. 2 6. And now we can do what we have, we can do what we did before by splitting them all, but watch what else we can do. On this one, I don't want you to split them all. I want you to lightly scribble out every other line. Do that on your paper. Do that on your paper. So you are going to scribble out that. Pretend it's not there. Okay? If it weren't there, how many parts do we have now, Audrey?
1/3.
1/3, right? So there's one blue section and 1, 2, 3 that are total.
Wait.
Do you guys see that?
Wait. I don't think we have the same page.
You scribble out this one, you scribble out this one, and this one.
Oh.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So, and we can check. 6 times 1 is 6, 3 times 2 is 6. So those are equivalent. That's just another way to do it, Macy. Rather than adding lines to it, it's taking lines away. Okay? what about this fraction? What would that be?
2 eighths.
Look at it one more time.
2 11ths. Like
No.
11ths.
Nope, count it one more time.
Wait,
Here,
what?
count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4.
10 halves.
Okay. 10 is your bottom number because that's in the
Oh,
total.
2 tenths.
So 2 tenths. So remember, Evan, it's like, I like to say the fraction line as out of. So how many are shaded? 2 out of 10. That helps me remember which number goes on top. So since there's only 2 shaded, that's the number you start with. Okay? Now, let's look back at this one a second. What do you do to 2 to make it 4? Evan?
Add 2.
Or
Wait, shade 2.
you can add 2, but what can you multiply by?
2.
2. Multiply by 2, right? Because remember, if we do it to the top, we do it to the bottom. So, if you multiply 2 by 2, you get 4. What about if you multiply 8 by 2? What do you get? 16. If you multiply 2 times 2, what do you get?
4.
If you multiply 10 times 2, what do you get?
20.
20. So 4 over 20 would work as well if we split them all. Devin, you getting that? Is that making sense? Okay. All right, one more of these guys. Haziel, what fraction is shaded on D? 8/12, that's correct. 8 out of 12, or 8/12. Now, do you notice how both of these are even numbers? What is something you can divide even numbers by always? Ari? 2. You can always divide even numbers by 2. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cross this out, make it 1. Cross this out, cross this out, cross out every other dotted line. See that, Todd? So now, how many sections do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And how many are shaded? 4, 6 are shaded. Make sense? All right. So we did some dividing and some multiplying. All right. Now we're going to move from fraction strips to number lines, right? We've done models, diagrams, fraction strips. Now we're going to do number lines. We're going to do the same thing. Macy, sit up, sleepyhead. You can't nap in my math class, girl. You can't nap in my math
Can we
class.
nap? Can we
No, you cannot nap. Okay.
When?
Nope. Write 2 or more fractions that the point on each number line represents. Be prepared to explain your reasoning. Okay, so we have to find out what point this is, or what the fraction is for this point. That's the first thing. So Athena, what would be the name of this fraction? Nice job, girl. Yes, because how'd you find out that it was fifths?
I counted the spaces in between the lines.
Do you guys get that? Okay, so we've got 1 space, 2 spaces, 3 spaces, 4 spaces, 5 spaces. And then, so 5 goes on the bottom, and then how many are at the dot? 2.
2.
So 2/5. Write that down. Cameron, you getting it? 2/5. Okay. They want us to do 2 or more fractions, so we're gonna do 2. So I'm gonna split all of these sections in half, which means there's double the number, right? So now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 sections, and 1, 2, 3, 4 of them at the point. So 4 tenths, 4 out of 10. Just like we were doing up top. All right. On B, and what do you think is that point? What fraction is that at that point? Olivia, what do you think? What's at this point? What fraction? Okay. Yes, nice job. It is 3/4. And so you can use the information. Do you notice anything about this number line that's different from the one up here? Mary? Uh-huh. And what's it missing, Mary? It's missing the 1, right? And so Athena's strategy of counting the spaces between 0 and 1 wouldn't work so well on this one. So we have to use the information that we have. If we know that this is 1/4 and we jump again, that would be 2/4, and jump again, that would be 3/4. Okay? So what's a fraction that we know is equivalent to 3/4? Avis? 6/8. You're right. Because what's 3 doubled?
6.
And what is 4 doubled?
8.
8. Very good. So 6/8 would be equivalent to 3/4. You getting that down? 6/8 and 3/4. So you didn't write 4 tenths up here. Okay. Each one will have 2 fractions. On the next one, how can you figure out, well, I'll let you guys tell me what the fraction is at that point. Todd, what do you think?
6/10.
Nope, because do you see where this one hole is, Todd, right here? So tenths wouldn't work. So are you confused? Because we're used to 1s being at the end, right? So if they put a 1 right here, you're just gonna at first pretend that's not even there. So Todd, count how many spaces it is between 0 and 1 hole. Count it again.
5.
5. There's 5. So that's gonna be your bottom number all the way across. So your denominator for this dot is 5. Now you can go tell me what the top number is, Todd. Oh, just the dot, buddy. Where's the dot? Okay, so 1, 2, 6/5, right? Okay, so our dot is at 6/5. Does that make sense? Why? Because the first thing we do is count the number of spaces between 0 and 1. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spaces. So that means all of these fractions all the way across would have a bottom number of 5. And then your top number is just from 0 to your point. Okay, and then Todd, what's 6 doubled? 6 plus 6. 12. What is 5 doubled? Very good. Nice job. So 12 tenths would work as well. Jackson, put your arms in your sleeves, please. Okay. Next. All right, Colton, you want to help me with this one? So this says 1/4. That's all the information you have.
Yep.
So that means they're counting by 1/4. So if this is 1/4, what would this?
2/4, 3/4, 4/4, 5/4.
Very good. You got it. Very nice. All right. And if that one is 5/4, then one thing we could do is double it. So what's 5 doubled?
10.
10. What is 4 doubled?
8.
8. Very good. 10/8 would work as well. Okay? So you see how we can just keep doubling? Do you have questions, Zerelda?
I actually recognize that once you double a number, it comes out even number. If you double an odd number with an odd number, it comes out even.
Very good. Yeah, nice
Also
catch.
with even, it comes out even if you double it.
That's true. That's true. So anytime we're doubling, we're getting even numbers. That's a good point. Because, for example, if you double 5, which is an odd number, it becomes 10. If you double 6, which is an even number, it becomes 12. So, good point. I like it. I like that connection. All right. Now,
It can kind of bother me not telling you.
well, you did. Okay. So, place a new point on a tick mark on one of the last 2 number lines on C or D, then write 2 fractions. So they want us to do a new point. So let's do a point that is, let's do a point right here. Okay, so go to number line C. Go to number line C, and not the first tick mark after 0, but the second one. What would the fraction be, Devin, that would represent that point right there? Zarella, put your chair flat, please.
3/4.
Okay, so your denominator, what did we decide our denominator is all the way across on this one?
5.
5. And now, how many jumps do you make to get to our,
2.
2. So what would the fraction be?
2/5.
Nice job. Yes, you got there. 2/5. Does everybody understand how we got that? And then, if we double 2/5, what will we have? Macy, what's 2 doubled?
4,
4. What's 5 doubled?
10,
So our new fraction then would be
4 tenths.
4 tenths. Okay.
Excuse me.
Now, we have one more activity that we're going to do before our quiz. And on this, it's a partner activity. And we have, let's see, we have 19 students here, which means I will probably be partners with someone. So we'll see how it goes. What we will do is I'm going to, let me show you exactly what you're gonna do, okay? By the way, if you've got a big old stack of erasers on your pencil, you need to not do that because that's a waste, okay? That was fast. Okay, here we go. So partner A is gonna do what I'm about to do for 3/2 and 10/6. Partner B is going to do what I'm about to do for 4/3 and 14/10. Okay?
Got it.
Okay. So if I am partner C, and this is the fraction that I have 8/5, and my other fraction is, let's see, 12 sevenths. Okay? And it wants me to find two equivalent fractions. This is what I'm gonna do. First thing I'm gonna do is write times 2/2, because that's how you double, by multiplying by 2. Okay, you guys, I hope you're watching, because this is what you're getting ready to do on your own. Okay, in class. You aren't going to Mr. Ward's yet. So what is 8 times 2? Shout it out.
16.
16. What is 5 times 2? 10. So I'm going to circle this. That's my first answer. But it says for 2 of them. So I'm going to double it again. Times 2/2. What's 16 times 2? You know?
20.
No. 16 times 2. Autrey?
30.
No. Evan?
38.
Nope. Avis?
32.
32. 16 times 2 is 32. It's just like this, guys. 6 plus 6 is 12. Carry the 1, 32. And then, what is 10 times 2? Shout it out.
20.
20. There's my second answer. Okay? So remember, I'm partner C. Harbor, Athena. Okay. And this was my first problem. This was my number 1. This is my number 2. Here I go. I'm going to multiply times 2/2. What's 12 times 2?
24.
24. What's 7 times 2?
14.
14. Then I'm going to double again. So this
48.
is 24 times 2?
48.
48. And 14 times 2?
28.
24. Or, yeah, no, 28. Sorry. Yes, you're right. I was looking at the 4s here. Okay. Do you see what you're going to do?
Yes.
Yes.
This is what you're going to do with your partner, and this is what you're going to do on the quiz. Okay?
We're gonna race.